broadcasting for the millions across the interweb from somewhere inside the Kansas City International Airport. It's the Random Kristian Show.
What? Hello.
Chris,
Hi. Hello.
Are you okay?
No, maybe, kind of. I don't know. Where are you? Am I here? Are you there?
You're here.
Who's here?
I'm here.
I'm here.
It's Friday.
It is Friday.
Fine.
It's fried eggs, friggin', huh?
You sound like you're on the verge.
I might be having a breakdown. No, we have a man who knows all about breakdowns of music. Yes, that's right. Mr. Jon Mattox joining the show today, kids, on the Random Kristian Show. Thank you for being with us. Something I have been working literally since the beginning of the year. I think is I've been following this guy for a while, Jon Mattox. If you don't know who he is, oh my gosh! If you even enjoy, what do they call it? Jewelry box music? I mean, the man just makes music so much more interesting. It's not even funny. I mean, songs you wouldn't even find interesting. You're like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can't help but geek out all the time when he sends a new clip out, and I'm just like, oh my. They're just so great. They're so insightful, and he makes them so easy for us to follow as moronic laymen of music. I mean,
we always wanted.
Seriously,
right?
Yes. Yeah. You could play the air drums, and consider yourself that air musician. This makes you so much more interesting just knowing what he's putting out there. It's really great, and had a fun conversation with him yesterday during the pre-check, and just so super geeky excited to have Jon Mattox on from Creating Music and Sound. He's on Instagram, YouTube. Really blew up on YouTube and Instagram. Now he's getting even bigger on Facebook. He's got his own school site now, which some people may not know what school is. It's SKOOL, and you can go on there, and he's going to show you. He's going to teach you. He's going to teach you things about music production. He is an actual producer, session musician. The Young Dubliners, I think, was the name of his band back in the 90s. He's has done soundtracks and commercial work, things like that. I mean, the guy is just super freaking talented, so smart, so laid back, and so cool to just sit and listen to. And he's got one of these great voices that, it's, I mean, seriously.
So we're gonna break down the guy who does.
I have a man crush on Jon Mattox. I can't.
A little bit. Yeah, you got to pull it back. You got to pull it back just a little bit, Chris.
It's gonna be a weird show.
Yeah, it is. It already is. But
yeah, it's already awkward. Do we have a disclaimer for that?
No, I don't believe so.
No, just the DJ air horn, right? Because don't use.
I heard you do it.
Almost. I
heard you do it. I heard you do it.
Yeah. No, but.
The following podcast is a DJ Air Horn soundbite free podcast.
Oh my gosh, the chicken initiated the DJ Air Horn PSA. That was incredibly weird and awkward.
Yeah.
But hey, welcome to the Random Kristian Show. I am Christian. That over there is Andrew. I am Mr. Broke Down. He is on the verge.
Yeah.
And so actually we should have done that bit a little backwards.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
I should have had the breakdown.
A little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit.
But I don't know that I could have pulled it off. As my breakdown would have been a lot different than yours.
Well, I've been well versed at the breakdown over the past few months. So
no, of course, yeah. So have I. Yeah.
It's just so easy for me.
Yeah.
It's what happens when you get old. All right. So, as I said, we're excited to have Jon on. Everything else has been going great. I forgot our special little toys that we're promoting.
Let's I have a great idea for those that I want to do a special video for. That I'll run it by you after the show.
Okay. Well, either way, we are. Oh.
No, trust me, it'll be good. It'll be epic, and it will do the job.
Okay, but can I at least announce that we're supporting them?
If you want to, sure. But we have an awesome guest that I know that we're going to run out of time with.
I know. Yeah.
So
okay, I'll shut up.
Yeah.
Okay, just say shut up, Kristian. Just quit being a nerd.
I don't want to be that co-host. I'm not that co-host.
Am I going to the Magic 8 Ball?
Are you?
Am
this
I?
early? 5:50 in? This might be a record.
Is this going to be a good show today? Without a doubt.
Boom.
Oops. Well, now I lost it.
Oh no! Wait, did it edit? did it switch?
Revamped. It's like, hey, wait a minute.
Wait. My bad.
Oh, Mr. Man, hold on. All right. So that being said, producer, music guy, there it is. That sound can only mean one thing. It's now time for the Random 9 List. Sponsored by Andrew. So, what does our crack research team of 7th graders come up with for us this weekend or this week?
So, because of our guest, I gave them the
amazing Jon Mattox.
Right. I gave them the daunting responsibility of creating a random 9 list that would be top 10 ways the world would be different if we didn't have any music.
Oh,
yeah.
That would be a horrible world.
Right? Well, just wait.
It just gets worse. Awesome.
Just wait.
Yes, and that's what makes the Random 9 List so amazing and random and fun to do and have.
Right.
We don't hit the post on the song Can't Turn You Loose. Hey, it's a good name for the Random 9 List. Can't Turn You Loose.
It's true.
Because the song just drones on and on and on, and we never edit it. And
no, we never do.
No, never edit it.
We might need to cut it down. You never know. Yeah.
Could be. Yeah. Hey, what are you going to do, huh? Forget about it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's put up.
Let's jump into it.
Well, I would like to walk into it because I'm old. I got a bad hip.
That's right. That's right. We don't need to exert ourselves in any weird way, of course.
No.
Right.
Let's think safety.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, nine random ways the world will be different or would be different if there was not any music.
You stepped on the chicken. All right. Here we go. Number 9.
Every party would feel like a staff meeting that should have been an email, right? Like nothing says let's have fun like standing around in dead silence pretending to like somebody's spinach dip.
The 7th graders came up with that. That
was pretty solid. Yeah.
That was
good.
Yeah. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about Numero 8. Number 8. Yeah.
Gyms would completely go out of business in like 6 hours. Like without music, we all suddenly realize that running nowhere is completely insane.
True. Or just everybody walking around with things in their ears and not understanding anything.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's just awkward now.
It is.
We should have music playing.
We should probably have music playing.
Yeah, but
this has gotten weird.
Yeah. We've just got that.
The studio chicken, which is making its second appearance on the Random Kristian Show.
and then the other dude in the back that we just poke and he goes, bruh.
Yeah, right.
So it's a disgruntled teenager we have. He's not like locked up, but
no.
He's very apathetic and
yes.
No motivation. Typical teenager. How about number 7 for the Random 9 List?
Road trips would devolve into pure psychological warfare. Without tunes to fill the void, you'd finally learn how annoying your friends actually are.
Dude, everybody's just driving in silence. You're like, we're almost
I
there.
know.
We're so close. What? How far? 398 miles?
Can you imagine?
Hey, let's turn on talk radio. I will
Or-
kill you if you touch the radio dial.
I know.
I have an 8-track of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Yeah. And right in the middle of the important part of Shakespeare,
I know.
no, which, unless you're as old as we are, nobody would understand the 8-track joke. So why did I
No,
even
it's
bother?
true. Right. Yeah.
There we go. All right. Moving on to number 6 or
Number
6.
6. Ways the world would be different if there was no music.
6.
Weddings would be breathtakingly awkward performance art. Like the couple's first dance would look like two Roombas trying to avoid each other.
It'd just be a boxing match.
Right. No,
Like-
absolutely. Yeah.
Or like they always say, oh, they're doing Tai Chi with each other. That's so nice. But it would also shorten every damn wedding. People just start drinking
Well, no,
and then leave.
it's true. You know, there's no dancing part of it, obviously, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, you know, it's super weird.
It would be so much like So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Right.
Right after the end of the wedding. Let's get pissed.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
and then everybody's just drunk.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need music. Everybody's just hammered and wandering around. That's a piper down. All right. So.
Yeah.
5 random things.
Movies would be completely unwatchable. All right, imagine this. Rocky running up to the steps in silence. Just heavy breathing. Yeah, right.
Hey, oh, there's good. There's 50 more steps. Hey, hey, run! Right, sorry. Yes.
Bruh.
Yeah, I know.
There you go.
Terrible.
Yeah.
How about the number 4 random things?
Ways that the world would be different if there was no music in it.
See, you have the cards in front of you. I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Restaurants would reveal their true nature. Without background music, you hear every single chew, every single slurp. Can I get some extra ranch, please?
Oh my God, it would be a living ASMR.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, we are just. We're
Oh,
both doing it. Stop it. I have headphones on. Oh God. Oh. Oh, yeah, it's making me ill. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Right.
Yes, we all know about the games. Oh, good. Oh, dude, that would be like
Terrible.
my worst nightmare.
Terrible. Yeah.
Because my wife, I think I've told you, she loves the ASMR.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And like she'll be sitting over there on her phone, all of a sudden, here, I'm like, what are you doing? And she
I know,
always
right?
have it up so loud. And she's like,
Well, 'cause
oh,
that's-
it's fine.
the-
I'm like, no, it's not.
The people
There's
who
something
like it,
wrong.
they love it.
Yeah, no.
Nuh-uh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Nobody knows. Nobody
No.
knows. All right, let's move. Oh, we're up to numero tres for everyone's cell phone board.
Teens would no longer have a soundtrack to fuel their aggression. Like they would just slam the door in total silence.
Bruh.
Yeah, it'd be like this guy over in the corner.
Right.
He just walks around, bruh,
Yeah.
bruh, bruh, bruh.
Bruh.
Yeah, I know. It's horrible. Yeah, you're doing fine though. Keep up the grades. All right, where are we at? Numero dos. Number two. Random things.
Without lullabies, parents would lose the last tool keeping them sane. Like bedtime becomes hostage negotiations with a tiny, unreasonable gremlin.
And he's like, oh my gosh. Oh, if you couldn't sing to your kid.
I know,
You were
right?
just so upset. My girls used to love it. Whenever they get upset, I'd start singing. I'd just make up something, and they just
Yeah.
yeah.
I, Xander was born at Xander was born at the perfect time. I ordered the Lullaby Metallica Black Album. He loved it, and it would get him to
What are you
sleep.
talking about?
No, they make lullaby versions of popular albums, and I bought because I loved the Black Album, right?
Inner Sand.
No, and I thought it was no, seriously, like they have lullaby versions of the entire album, and it's amazing. Yeah.
Now, what would be amazing is And Justice for All.
Oh no, totally.
With
and it
maybe
might exist, but I saw this one and immediately needed to have it, and it completely saved my butt getting my kid to sleep.
I mean, you think about it. One is almost like a lullaby.
Totally. No, absolutely. Yeah.
I can remember anything.
Yeah.
Can't tell if this is true.
Well, I mean, from the Black Album, Nothing Else Matters is very lullaby.
Oh, I so can't stand that song.
Yeah, no.
Dude. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Anyway,
that is the polarizing album.
It's the one that separates
right
everything from Metallica. But
yeah,
that's a story. Well, maybe we could talk to John here about that.
No, that is very much fuel for that fire.
But we're about to go to the number one random
way that the world would be different.
Yeah.
If music did not exist. Humanity would be forced to express emotion in enthusiastic thumbs ups. Heartbreak, thumbs up, existential dread, joy, and then when you cry, it's the double thumbs up.
That's a mixed emotion right there.
It is, right?
My cat died. The goldfish.
So weird, right?
Killed
so
the
weird.
cat because it ate the goldfish and it choked on it. Now they're both dead. And then the dog tried chewing the cat up, and now it's dead too. Hello, Sherry. She will be the first to say hello.
Yeah. And welcome. Yes, it is. No, it absolutely is, Sherry. Yep. Dangerous to go in.
Oh,
yep.
Okay, Sherry. Well, now we've got to put this up.
Right. Nerd alert.
There it is. All right. It's already begun, kids. The nerd alert. But what hasn't begun is that music, which means we are at the end of the Random 9 list, a fantastic representation of 9 random ways the world would suck without music. So, which I mean, hey, it really would. I mean, music soothes the savage beast.
It really does.
And if you're going to talk about savage beasts, then here we are.
We are.
Awkward.
Pauses.
Was it too much?
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah, it was. All right, I figured.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to it. We are about to be talking with the mastermind behind creating music and sound, Mr. Jon Mattox. But nobody can go anywhere. Nobody can do one damn thing unless we tell the world about the most perfect, amazing, most delicious salsa. Andrew, what would that salsa be?
We're talking about Mrs. A's famous salsa buena.
We are.
Yes.
We are. There is nothing better than Mrs. A's famous salsa buena. You can find it from the Pacific Coast all to the way to the Rocky Mountains, anywhere in those time zones.
160 Save Mart stores.
Hello.
Head to the refrigerated section. It's refrigerated salsa because it's super fresh.
Yes, it is. And it's not in a can. It hasn't been preserved. It's not full of a bunch of junk. It's just fresh, good, delicious ingredients without onions. Yeah. So you can eat it, make out with your lady or your dude, and keep eating salsa. Is what I'm saying. Yeah. And salsa's great on everything. Cereal, pizza. I'm pretty sure Latvian coffee.
Sure.
Maybe.
No, absolutely.
I would think you mix it in. It's because that's strong coffee.
No, it is. Yeah.
And with a little salsa in there. You know why? Because there's 3 different flavors. And what would those 3 different flavors be, Andrew?
Well, I was hoping you would start because I always love it when you ruin it. But we have the medium. We have the
medium regular.
Yeah.
The happy in between.
It's right, and then we have the hot, which isn't necessarily that hot. It's just got a little kick to it.
No, it's just got a little. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, huh?
Right, but then you say the next one. You say the last flavor better than
because it just makes you want to go salsa. Day. Yes. So it is probably one of the most delicious, flavorful verdes I have tasted. And I've tasted quite a few, kids. I've been around. 60 years old. I'm close to death. So I've been where no other salsa's been. Which
this man has tried all the salsas.
I truly have.
Yeah.
In a lot of sad ways. So
right.
If you've been around the show long enough, it's true. It really is.
Yeah.
But it's an absolutely most amazing, delicious salsa, kids. Go to mrsafamous.com. You can find a store near you, or like Andy said, 160. I always say the store wrong.
Save Mart.
Okay, I was going to say it right.
Okay. No, good.
But yeah, you can go there and find them there, or like I said, go to the website. Plus, she's also got all her amazing recipes. We're gonna have her on for the Christmas show with some delicious treats that she'll be making for us to watch, and her husband and friends to be eating while she makes it.
Right.
We just sit here and get really hungry and have to end the show quickly. But go there, mrsafamous.com for Mrs. A's famous salsa buena. Find it at a store near you between the Pacific and the Rockies. So.
Yeah.
And Canada to Mexico. In those areas. Because it's not an import item yet. Are we done?
Yeah, we're good.
We covered all our bases.
Yes, we have appeased the sponsor.
One sponsor is. Oh, hey, you know what that is? That's something that's going to be coming to us right now. That music is the intro for a man who, as we all know, as a multi-talented musician, producer, recording artist, session musician, and he is the master of the
solid solid hit.
Freaking almost posted it. Jon Mattox from Creating Music and Sound on Instagram, and he didn't click in. Click the wrong button. Hey, welcome to the Random Kristian Show. There he is. Hey.
Now I know you guys are absolutely insane. in the best possible way. But I want to know, where did you find the 7th graders?
I own one at the moment.
You own a 7th grader?
I do. Yeah.
It's his son's 7th grade class.
Yeah.
So it was a 7th grader, not 7 graders.
That's true. Correct. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
I thought you had pulled like a 7th grade class.
No.
Well, it's him and his crew.
Yeah.
His home.
So he's got his little Fortnite running buddies right now, and I pay them in V-Bucks to do this for us.
If we're fortunate, we'll hear him cursing at it soon enough.
Thankfully now the way that Oregon does the school clocks here, he's actually at school now. So
as far as you know,
we get to hear him swearing in the background.
Well, not swearing, but he
rude. Yeah, he's very into his game, of course. Yes.
By the way, Kristian, that was perfect timing on the breakdown. That was really well done.
it was a little behind, but I was close, and I'm happy with it. So,
It sounded perfect here.
well, there's a delay over there, so it's you're on the West Coast. I'm in.
Don't hold it against me.
No.
Right.
Jon, welcome to the show, my man. Thank you so much for finally giving in to my constant pleading and begging to have you on. It has been a while in the works, but dude, I'm so glad to have you on, man. And hopefully it's not a big regret for you. So there we go. All right. So let's start in the beginning here. Okay, again, the Young Young Dubliners, is that correct?
Yeah, say it 3 times fast.
Nope. I can barely. Again, 60 years old. I'm about to stroke out as it is. Okay. So now, is that where it all started? I mean, did you grow up in a musical family? What's going on?
Yeah, my dad is a musician, so the one thing I think that makes me who I am today was having a dad who was not only a musician, he was a jazz musician. He was
Ooh.
a trombone major in college, but he
Oh,
also
wow.
played piano. He played drums. He played bass. He was like a multi instrumentalist.
Oh,
And
that's
like
nice.
my earliest memories of being a kid is hanging out in his music room listening to music. And fortunately for me, he was into the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, and
Oh.
so I grew up with that just in my head, in the world all the time.
Now it's very interesting you say the Beatles and the Stones and stuff, because like my father was very big into jazz, huge. Oh gosh, and I can't remember some of. Anyway, big band, a lot of big band and stuff like that, and just despised rock and roll. And I'm like, and as I got older, I was like, I'm listening to rock and roll. Well, I'm listening to pop, and then I phased into rock and roll, and I mean, I always appreciated jazz. I always thought, especially big band, the way that's all coordinated and put together, so many instruments at one time, and classical music. I mean, did your dad, just because he just loves music, he just appreciates all kinds, or was
Oh
he?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's a huge classical music buff too. Like I've learned a lot about the history of classical music through him. So yeah, he's a lover of all music, basically.
Yeah. No, see, that's cool. That's cool. So he's got an open mind, and I've learned to appreciate many different genres of music and styles and forms. Now, as a musician yourself, I'm sure you come to the same kind of realization that music is music. It's just different forms and different styles. What is your main, the Young Dubliners, which I won't say 3 times. What kind of what was that, like an alternative or rock?
Well, that was like the first professional band, original band that I was in, because I grew up in Orange County, which is, south of LA.
Oh yeah.
And when I was first playing music professionally as a drummer, I was in Orange County playing gigs, 21, 22. And I'll never forget, I was playing some casual, like at a business function, like at a Hilton hotel or something. And I'm playing with a dude that's probably in his 40s, younger than I am now. But at that time, this was an older guy. And we're playing. And at some point, I just thought, is this it? Is this my music career? Like I'm already doing this same kind of gig that this guy who's older than me is playing. Like, this doesn't feel like the music business to me. And not knowing anybody in LA or anything like that. And there is a bit of a divide, at least there was back then, between Orange County musicians and LA musicians.
Oh yeah.
And I was fortunate to study drums with a great mentor named Roy Burns. And speaking of big bands, he played in Benny Goodman's band, Woody Herman's band, Lionel Hampton.
Yeah, there you go. Woody Herman. Thank you.
Right.
So he was, he was a young guy playing with those guys back in the day.
Yeah.
In fact, some of his friends kind of made fun of him because he was playing in these kind of older swing bands, and the newer jazz had become popular.
All
But
the
Right.
bebop
but
and stuff like that.
but it was a gig. And anyhow, he gave me some really good advice. He just said, maybe you should find a good original band in LA to find and play and work with. Because I literally didn't know anybody. And that's led to finding the Young Dubliners, which turned out to be a band that a friend of mine, a guitar player friend of mine, was in. And yeah, they were 3 Irish guys at that time, and the rest were Americans, but they were based out of Los Angeles. So essentially the band was, some of the music was taking Irish ballads and then rocking them out.
Like
Oh,
kind of like
wow.
the Pogues in a way, except
Kind of like
not
the
as
Pogues.
punk.
Not quite as punk as Flogging Molly. Like
Right.
Okay.
Flogging Molly was around the same time.
Right.
But the difference was, like, Young Dubliners did original music too, and
Yeah.
so it was a combination. But we got signed to a label called Scotty Brothers, and I did my first touring with that band, the first album, like, releases with that band. So it was a really good band to be in at that time.
Nice. So yeah, and that was still around. You said you were in your 20s, so that was like right before the big ska punk explosion out there.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you could say that. This was in the 90s. Like, I
Yeah.
basically left that band in like 99, right at the millennium. So my 90s were pretty much consumed for 6 years in being in that band.
Nice. Okay, well, dude, that's awesome. Now, and then you decided, which I know lots of musicians do, that I want to control what people are listening to and how they listen to it. So I'm going to become a producer and recording engineer. Maybe not along those lines, but something like that. Or
Well, those things kind of evolved. Like when my wife and I moved and bought a house, one of the things we wanted was like a detached garage that I could like practice in, because up until then we were living in apartments. I had kind of a typical rehearsal studio like in downtown LA. I couldn't play drums or store
Right.
drums in an apartment. And so basically, from having a place to actually keep my stuff, and I started to get into recording. I had a band called Laughing with Lulu, which was my own band that I wrote the songs. I played guitar, sang. I kind of did the Dave Grohl thing.
Yeah.
I was going to say you did a Clark Kent.
Or Clark Clint, even better.
Yes, yes, it
and
is, because it's
we were self-financed, and like a lot of people out there who can't afford to go to a studio, we ended up recording ourselves, and we did this in the living room of our house. And at some point, I don't know where my wife got this idea, but at some point she said, maybe you should turn the garage into a studio. And I'm like, honey, that's a great idea.
Well, you were
Why didn't I
whispering
think
it-
of that?
You were whispering it in her ear every night. We
All right.
I'm not going to say.
a studio.
Yeah.
We need to turn the garage into a studio.
But
It'd
the
be a great idea.
short story is that I built a studio. This is the smaller control room, and then I have a larger room for the drums. And the long story short is basically people I was playing with live around town, doing sessions with. At that time, in like 2005, is when I built the studio. Having a studio and being able to record was still pretty expensive at that time, because
Right.
you had to have Pro Tools, and you
Yeah.
had to have the hardware, and it was kind of cost prohibitive back then. But I jumped in, and because I could record drums too, people were like, "Oh, you can record drums," and I ended up spending the first like 10 years recording people, producing people, mixing people, all that sort of thing. I got flying in here.
I just thought it was my hallucinogens coming back. But okay, so yeah, you did a lot of session work, is what you're saying, and
Yeah. And in terms of that, I was, I did everything from comedy records to heavy metal records.
Wow.
I actually played on 2 Rob Halford records,
oh
Oh,
wow,
wow.
Yeah, so I don't really talk about that stuff on my socials, because it's not about me,
Yeah,
my
right.
socials are about wanting to help people and hopefully inspire them. But I've done some things.
We're here
Right.
to get to know you, John. We want to know the man behind the magic that you make with creating music and sound. Which, again, if anybody out there listening, we've got Jon Mattox here, the creator for Instagram, YouTube, now Facebook,
And Facebook.
and it's LinkedIn, right? Isn't that also one of them, or no?
Well, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Oh yeah,
those
TikTok.
those are the 4 big ones.
Those are the 4 big ones, and then you've started your school channel as well.
Right.
And he is with us here talking about how he does these amazing breakdowns. We're just getting to know him. So now we've gotten past the recording phase. So you're sitting around one day and you're like probably messing around with some tracks and you're like, well, this is kind of interesting. Ooh, well, that's interesting. I mean, how did you decide that you know, to break it down and to start explaining to somebody? Was somebody like, I don't understand how music works. What are you doing?
Well, the social, I mean, I started on TikTok with this idea that, I've got a studio, I have experience recording. I don't ever sit and think that I'm like such a, I don't want to say the word, a badass.
An arrogant bastard.
Yeah, I don't, but I've worked with enough people and they're like, oh, how do you do that? How do you do this? And I've had some like private students and things in the past. And I just thought, well, maybe there's something I can do to, take my experience and give back to the internet world, YouTube and everything that I've been taking from for so long.
Yeah.
And that's really where that started. In terms of like doing content about music production and things about Pro Tools, Logic and software, plugins, all that sort of thing. And at some point, it was Every Breath You Take was the first breakdown that I did.
Oh yeah.
And I've seen other people. There are other creators that do these sorts of things. And I just basically found certain things about that song in the recording, especially being a drummer. I had gone basically my whole life not knowing that song was a drum track that was layered in different parts. It wasn't a drum set recording like I thought it was, and I think most people do too. It's just a very like simple Stuart Copeland performance, and honestly, not one of my favorite Police songs because it's so simple. It's like, come on, I want to hear him do his thing.
Yeah, it's no Police fan's favorite song. It really isn't. I mean, honestly, you ask any Police fan, that is like their least favorite song. But
is that true?
A huge hit, as far as I know. Everybody I know that likes the Police.
And so I just found it fascinating that they started with a drum machine kick drum, because when you see the tracks, you can kind of reverse engineer things even if you weren't there in the recording. But of course you can, I mean, I always research every track that I do to make sure what I think has happened, and to just get things right, because I have a lot of respect for these songs, and they mean a lot. And if people are watching them, I want to get everything right. And so, they started with this kick drum track, and then they layered snare and tom together, Stuart playing a track of that. Then they added the hi-hat, and then they added the cymbals. So in other words, layer by layer, they created what sounds like a drum set performance, but it wasn't. And it's just so interesting that they did that. And I thought, you know what, I bet other people would find this interesting too. And so that was the first breakdown. Yeah. And believe it or not, the kind of format in terms of like going between the different parts and sections was started with that one, that initial breakdown. And that's still kind of the format. I've tweaked it and, enhanced it over the past 2 years or so. But I just find like the things that I find most interesting about these songs, other people do too, because I am no different than anybody else. Like, sure, I do music. I know how to make music and how to record. I have technical skills and musician skills, but at my core, I am a music lover, just like everybody else. And especially with some of these songs that I've done, I like these songs just as much as anybody else. And I like to think that comes through a little bit, like that. Like nobody's forcing me to do a breakdown. It's like I genuinely find these things fascinating and interesting how they're put together.
Yeah.
And the great thing, and as I mentioned before, the way you explain these things, you put it down to the basics, so an idiot like me can totally understand what you're talking about. And the way you break it down and the way you explain it, it's just so easy to understand. It's not like some of these guys that are, recording. I mean, there's not a lot of other people, but there's some other guys out there that kind of do similar things, and they get very technical, or they get very instrumental with it. You kind of take a little bit from everything, and you just make it so it's very well explained, and it's very knowledgeable, and it's so well, we got a clip.
Let's show it.
I was going to say we got one of your clips. Let's show what you got going on here.
Now, this cowbell track comes with a disclaimer because you may not be able to unhear it once you've heard it, and it actually sounds like a click track, and they may have used it for that as well, but it's definitely in the mix, and it's more in the background like a textural sound as opposed to a typical heavy-handed, loud, in-your-face rock cowbell. Now, there's something special about this cowbell that I haven't heard in any other song before. The pitch of the cowbell changes with the chord changes of the music. Now, they didn't do this with multiple cowbells. They took one cowbell hit, put it into a sampler, and then they programmed it to play those different pitches. And I tested this theory out with the Contact sampler. I took the same sample, put it into Contact, and recreated the part, and it was exactly the same.
See yourself, you are the steps you take, you, and that's the only way. Shake yourself, your every move you make. So the story goes.
Dude, right there. That is what, I mean, how that was just the way you did that was, I mean, everybody's just like, oh my gosh. I mean, if you don't, you're an ignorant bone.
Well, and it's funny too, because the untrained ear just doesn't hear it. Right. The untrained is just like, oh, there's cowbell in the song. And it's just like, no. It's different pitch of cowbell. Right. And that's how they did it. And it's just like, it's fascinating. It's fascinating to learn that stuff.
Well, here's the thing. And, I get a lot of, I love getting comments, and fortunately I get very few trolls and people saying negative stuff. And when I do, I deal with it, but people say this a lot. Like, I've never heard that, or I never noticed it. And this is a really good example of this like detailed work that they did. And when you listen to the song and you listen for the cowbell, it really is more in the background, especially when you think of cowbell, you think of the Saturday Night Live skit.
Right.
I was going to say, how many times did you not crack up doing that clip?
Right. And the typical rock cowbell is a featured thing that's super loud in the mix, right? And that's why that skit's funny. But I myself didn't recall that there was even a cowbell track in that song, because I was going through the tracks and I heard that and I'm like, oh, that sounds like the click track, because oftentimes people will, have some sort of percussion sound to keep them in time with the song as they're recording,
and they mask over it,
or they don't play it,
Right.
Because it's just a guide for the drummer to record to. But then it changed pitch, and I was just like everybody else. I'm like, what? Like, what is this? And then I listened to the song. I'm like, wow, there really is cowbell. Like, I didn't even notice that there was a cowbell in the track. And like, that is such a running theme with a lot of these songs, where some of the parts, they're not meant to be noticed. They're meant to be heard, because it's like the body. It's like the meat of the song. It's part of the overall sound. But if you noticed every single thing, you wouldn't be able to focus on the lead vocal, for example.
Right.
You wouldn't be able to focus on the main part. And that's the beauty of music production. And I equate it, like you talked about big band. At some point I realized, like, music production is really arranging of parts, arranging of sounds. And big band classical music especially
Yeah.
is all about that. That's all written out, of course, but
Yeah.
when people produce music, they're essentially arranging in their head or how they feel things. And what's great about some of these stories of songs is sometimes things are meticulously thought about. Like if you take a Steely Dan, a popular Steely Dan from like Asia or
Oh my gosh.
Gaucho, where it's well known, they had everything written out and they gave it to the musician, and
Yeah.
then that was how they made music. When it comes to a lot of other music, people sometimes ask, so how does they do that? Does the musician play the part, or does the producer tell them what to do? Like, who makes, like, how does that work? And the answer is different for every single song, even
Yeah.
because sometimes the band, for instance, like one of my favorite debut records is the B-52's first record,
Oh,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
because to me that doesn't sound like a produced record in the
No.
sense that what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It sounds like, and the first Van Halen record is a
Oh,
good
man.
example of this. Like those both sound like this is what the band sounds like live. We're just gonna capture that on the recording, because it doesn't sound like there's all these like hidden track, because there's not hidden tracks in a B-52 song. It's what they did at that time.
It was
Yeah.
literally them in the studio right then and there. They recorded the song, boom, done. And
So when it comes to like how do they come up with parts, obviously the B-52s had all that stuff worked out just by playing together as a band. And
Yeah.
maybe one of them said, hey, can you try this, or you can do that. But a band like, say, War, I did a breakdown of couple of their songs, and I'm pretty sure those guys were just like jamming in the studio, playing these cool grooves, and no producer walked into their session and said, okay, you play this on guitar, you play this on bass.
right.
Like they were just grooving and then doing this cool, vocal melody on top. But their production was just being a band and playing live together, so it's different for different bands and different artists.
Yeah.
Sherry seems to be fascinated with cows and cowbells, and I do believe, yes, there was a cowbell in the "We Are American" band song. Yes,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
it's pretty prominent. But now, okay, and the way, like you were talking about the tone pitch on Owner of a Lonely Heart, you found the same thing going on in Tainted Love.
Exactly.
Which it was
A slightly different thing, but there's those there's these little, I always thought that they were castanets when I was
Oh,
when I
right.
was a kid, because
Yeah.
there's the main like drum machine groove, but then there's these like these little accents.
Yeah.
But until I actually kind of went through the track and was listening for it, I didn't know that changed pitch either.
Yeah.
But it does, and you again realize that whether it's the musician or the producer, someone is creating these variations or doing something to the tracks that over time they evolve and they change and they give the song momentum and define the arrangement in sometimes real subtle ways like that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like you
It would
never
be really-
notice it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be really amazing to be a fly on the wall in the studio when they're making that decision, and it's like maybe they have the cowbell at one pitch through the whole song. They're like, it's not really working. Like, it's not really. It's like, oh, well, what if we adjust it, right? And just to be there to hear them make that decision and then realize that that's the way to go would be just incredible.
Right.
And it could be because, back in those days in the early 80s, before MIDI, right? Before
Right.
machines could talk to each other, off, especially, the Moog synthesizer, the very first ones,
Oh my
they were notorious for not staying in pitch and
Yeah.
being a little bit sort of intermittently things changing. So that little castanet part in Tainted Love, for example, that could have been just like the voltage changing in the studio or something, and maybe they went, oh man, that changed, and then they heard it and they're like, oh, but that's cool. Like that
Yeah.
happens too.
somebody fired up the blender in the studio and
Yeah, right.
yeah. Well, and now the great thing, and you bring out a lot of this too, especially with the older songs like In War, the 10cc. You remind people that this is analog. This is before all the digital, like with the yes, Owner of a Lonely Heart, a lot of digital control. But back in the days, they used to take pieces of tape them together, put them together, and you start talking about what excellent example. We were talking about it yesterday in pre-check. The 10cc song, I'm Not in Love, how they put all these tracks together through different channels on the soundboard and then use the soundboard basically as an instrument with these voice tracks. And I seriously always thought that was like a synthesizer or some kind of an organ. And when you did, I was like, oh, and because I played on a soundboard and I've done mixing and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, the
Right.
coordination. I mean, that's just, these are just so many amazing facts that you drop, and my mind gets blown, and I have to go and listen to the song, and I'm like, what, like the cowbell thing? That's all I could hear through the song now. I'm like, oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah,
dude,
John, you've ruined music for us.
no, you haven't. Jon Mattox from Creating Music and Sound, from the Instagram pages and whatnot, all the social sites. He's all over the place. He's with us here, and we're talking to him about how he's created and breaking down all these amazing songs and the skill that it takes to do it. She's really
here's something to think about too when it comes to 10cc. Well, two things. One, a lot of people think that choir was a mellotron. Like I had some people saying, oh, well, they could have just done that with the mellotron. And for anybody that doesn't know the mellotron, it was an early sort of sampler at first, but it worked on with tapes. And so when you pushed a key on the keyboard, it would actually play a little recording of a flute or a choir or whatever the sound bank was, but it was a fixed length. I think it was 6 or 7 seconds, but it wasn't a tape loop. So a lot of people, it's so funny. People try to like, dude, that was a mellotron, but it wasn't. And because they had a concept, and this is another common feature of a lot of these tracks, whether it's I'm Not in Love or in the Staying Alive, right? That was another example where the drummer had like an illness in the family and he had to fly from Miami back to Australia, and they were in the middle of recording songs. And the engineer was basically like, well, maybe we could just make a drum loop from Night Fever and just use that as a placeholder drum part and record Staying Alive. Like, it was a concept. It was an idea that they had because they didn't have computers, copy and pasting, all this stuff that we have now, they didn't have. But in I'm Not in Love, that whole thing started as an idea that they had of creating like a wash, like a sound, like when you're walking into a cathedral or a church, and it's just this awe. And they didn't even know if it was going to work, right? But they had this idea, and they took 2 or 3 weeks recording these vocal loops and executing this idea. And of course it worked, and it's all history. But a lot of people don't realize that in those days, there were a lot of limitations in terms of what you could and couldn't do, especially like talking about the Beatles, that they had like Sgt. Pepper was recorded on a 4-track Revolver, and they were able to bounce tracks across different machines. But, for anyone that doesn't know about tape, like once you record tape onto another tape, you lose fidelity each time you do that. And there's like all this crazy stuff. So
it just keeps fading as you go along, and you hear it. Okay. So
now when you listen to more modern music and you hear sort of the tricks and the tips, because you've recorded on tape before and know what sort of the older music had to do, does it almost feel like cheating now? Or are they just utilizing the tools of the time to get the right sound?
It depends on who's doing who's
Right.
who's handling it, because in the right hand, okay, auto tune is a perfect example of this, right?
Yeah.
Most lay people or non-musicians kind of have this idea of what auto tune can do, which you can pitch perfect someone's vocals,
Right.
but it's gotten to the point now where you can make someone's vocal performance more perfect than they could ever do themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
That it's become a thing. In fact, there's this interesting phenomenon that's happening with younger musicians, and this came up recently with someone who was talking about Cyndi Lauper Time After Time. I think I was doing a live, and someone commented, and they said, "Wow, you can really hear how she's out of tune, like singing out of tune." And I was like, like,
No.
like, yeah, and because of our advanced state of being able to auto-tune this, and this can be quantized, and you can make music that sounds more perfect than it used to be, I think the side effect of that is younger musicians are kind of getting used to that if the more modern music is all they're hearing, because everything is quantized and all the vocals are perfect,
Right.
and so I feel like the things that are great about older music, it's not so much that it's better, but all these things we're talking about, these little details, the imperfections of a drum performance, if you listen to Tainted Love, he's never been accused of being like a pitch perfect vocalist,
Right.
but
Yeah.
that song has a certain strength, a certain charm, and a certain emotional quality because how he's singing it, and he's really reaching for the notes. Like, it's an emotional performance that if you took Tainted Love and auto-tuned it, I don't think it would sound the same
Right.
No.
at
no,
all.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And so, like with modern music, I'm a big advocate of just encouraging people to like be real and not worry about it, because the one thing too that's interesting about all these tools, because you can fix things, and
Right.
sometimes as musicians, especially as people in the studio, you can labor over these details for hours, and maybe you've spent an extra couple days on a mix. And I'll never forget, like one time I was like had been working on a mix of the song, and I brought my wife in and I played her the old mix and then the new mix that I thought was so much better, and she's like, I don't really hear it that much different, and so it's not a slam. It's not a slam on her. It's more about sometimes these details that we get so obsessed with. You can just sort of edit the life out of a vocal
Sure.
performance. You can quantize the humanity out of a drum performance, and these things. Live drums, for example, or a real person singing in these older recordings, even if they are so-called maybe flawed and could be auto-tuned, they have a personality. They have a
That's
depth of emotion that,
Yeah.
when you edit and perfect things, you're editing out the humanity of these
Thank you.
performances.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was about to say it totally depersonalizes it. It just it makes it very robotic, and I mean, especially with the creation of AI now, the way they're doing things, that's what it sounds like. It just sounds like this monotone, almost boring. There's no depth to it. There's no just realness to it, and and then you go see this person live somewhere or whatever, and then you're like, what the hell is that? What are they doing? And yeah, they'll still use the auto tune, but it doesn't sound the same.
That
It
was my
just
experience
doesn't.
whenever I saw the Smashing Pumpkins live.
Oh,
Was it really?
So
But-
no, I mean Billy Corgan, whatever they did in the studio, he sounded amazing on those albums, right?
Right.
But he could not reproduce that live. And fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I saw them twice, and
You had to be sure.
right, yeah. But then I got to see Alice in Chains with Lane Staley, and that man was a amazing live performer.
Right. Oh
and
yeah,
his vocals sounded
dude.
just like the album.
Or Chris Cornell.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man,
Dude.
yeah,
So amazing.
yeah,
And his range, but actually both of them. I mean, Lane Staley, his range was just his raw power,
right.
and then Cornell had that finesse of power. You know, he just had the range, and then just he was like almost an operatic singer the way he sang. You know,
Yeah,
it was just truly so beautiful to hear his voice. I think he just was one of the better vocalists out there for that style of music and that in those genres and stuff. Now, John, you do all this, all these breakdowns and stuff, but now you're also starting to teach people through your
Yeah.
school site, and let's hear a little bit about that real quick because we're starting to run short on time, and I want to make sure we get all this plugged.
Yeah, so the school site, if anybody doesn't know school, it's like Patreon. So it's like a subscription where, a lot of people do it to support a particular creator and whatnot if you like what they do. So it's similar in that respect, but it's more educational kind of focused in terms of how it's set up. Like there's classroom modules that you can have different sets of content. So for instance, I have music production content. I have some Logic Pro content. I have some music licensing pro content. I do have the breakdowns and the name the songs there as well, but that's not really the focus. The focus is more about creating a community of people that are wanting to learn more about music production. And most of the people that are there now are people that are writing their own music.
Yeah.
And they want to get better at mixing, or they want to get better at learning the tools or learning Logic Pro better. So I think the best thing about it is I like to go live on, socials. And the only issue with at least when I go live is it's hard to kind of like look at the comments and, interact, because I want to hear what people are saying, but it flies by so fast. And if there's a few people, you can only do so much. So
unless you're sharing, you just bomb the chat the entire time.
Yeah. But on the school site, I go live twice a week at different times where, the school members can show up. And that's actually a lot of fun for me because people bring in tracks they're working on, or they bring in questions that they have. So I can do what I try to do live in a more focused way on school. So that's
absolutely
that's
awesome.
one of the parts.
And I was going to say you can be a way more interactive with them. You can talk with them and point things out, and it's a lot more focused. So definitely go check that. Now, if they just log into the school and they can just type in creating music and sound, and they'll go to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Or if you're on any of these sites, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook now, and TikTok, type in creating music and sound. You're going to find his clips, which if you're like me, you're just going to geek out and just keep going down this rabbit hole of music nerdiness. And dude, there's so much more I'd love to talk to you about, but I know we're running short on time, and I know you got to get going. What else are you working on? Anything else right now, or
you mean in terms of like other things? Yeah, I mean, I do a mixture of different work in terms of things I do besides social media. I still record people. I produce artists. I write my own music. I do a fair amount of music for like film and TV and trailers. So it's a mixture of different things. I mean,
no wonder you drink so much strong coffee. You just got to be up about 20 of the 24 hours every day, or what's
not so much that. No. The trick is working smarter, right? Like that's the one thing I've learned over the years is I've always worked hard, but when you look back at some things, you're like, wow, maybe I didn't need to spend all that time doing this, and I really should have been doing this, right?
I could have been using digital instead of tape. Damn it!
Well, no, it's interesting because like the mind, at least my mind, plays pretty good tricks. Like it might say, no, you need to organize this directory of samples right now and spend 5 hours doing this because, surely that this is important,
Yeah.
but, you've got other things that you're just sort of procrastinating because it's a little bit more work, right? Like you got to be mindful of the tricks your mind plays on you.
Yeah. I mean, just curious, your home life compared to work life, how do you balance all this, man? I mean, that's got to be an incredible mix.
It is. Well, my son is in college now, so
Oh, there you go. That's
that
a little
translates into he's not here anymore,
Yeah.
which is both. It's sad because
Yeah.
we miss him, but when he was younger, I definitely spent a lot more time being dad, and
Yeah.
coaching soccer and doing dad stuff. But now that's not the case.
But now he's out and you've got a free room. So there you go. You
Yeah.
can turn that into the new drum studio. And
Right.
What's funny about that is, when
you already have.
a couple years ago when my son was like in high school, I found out that some of his friends followed my socials, like my Instagram.
Oh.
And I think at that time he had a love-hate relationship with my Instagram because
Yeah.
we would give him his space, but if his friends would be over in the house, I'd kind of go out of my way to not give them their space. But if I saw, if I happen to see them, one of his friends would like, "Hey, Mr. Mattox, that was a really cool Stayin' Alive breakdown you did."
But you know what? That opens that music up to that younger generation too,
Yeah.
man. So that's the great thing about it. It makes it interesting for everybody, no matter how old or how young you are. The depth and the way you do it, man, and the way you explain it, you put it, like I said, into layman's terms where we can all figure it out, and you make it just so incredibly interesting, man. And I can't thank you enough for it. I really do. Again, I'm a huge nerd for it. I know I'm a total fanboy, and I'm sorry.
No. I appreciate that. Because I work really hard on choosing the right words and adjectives because you were talking about what the world will be like without music. Music is exactly the kind of thing that it exists because you can't explain it. You can't really talk about it, right? It's an abstract art form. So I work really hard trying to find the right words and adjectives to convey these things, even though in the back of my mind it's like how do you talk about, why even bother? But no, you can find, the ways to do it. And there's also, a way to talk about these songs. Like I'm very conscious of not coming across like a typical Gen Xer or older who says, "Man, they just don't make music like they used to." Like
Right.
old,
Yeah, Woody Flair.
like if I ever come across to that, you come and you grab me and slap me because I want to be the guy that's like, okay, this isn't better just because it's old. Old music isn't better than new music.
Right.
Yeah, you've heard Stayin' Alive, whatever, YMCA a million times, but here's some reasons why these songs persevere all these years later.
Yeah.
Like here's some interesting things to check out about it, not because you should, just because we tell you that this is great music and you should listen to it. It's like, you don't have to like this music. You can just take and learn about how these things were put together. And, my goal is to inspire younger musicians and producers to like take some ideas from these things because, these guys, it was all about ideas. It wasn't so much like, well, I have a computer, I have access to any sound from any country. I can have 1,000 tracks. Like it's, there's almost, it's so limitless now that we really need a concept. I think people need to have ideas. They just they may just not know it,
Yeah.
Well, and the great thing too, and just not to overharp on this, but the way you explain it, a lot of people hear this music like, okay, the Stayin' Alive soundtrack. Okay, they hear that, they think, oh, it's just a bunch of guys in a room recording. No, it was a bunch of guys at different times with different, doing little like that, dig it, that one little piece, and then they layer it in. I mean, it's the same guitarist doing the same thing but different each time, and then they layer it and they mush it all together and they get this absolutely amazing sound that you don't really realize.
And where did disco get it? They got it from like James Brown and
Right.
soul music and funk music. Because when you listen to old James Brown records, same thing. There was a guy just going ding it in, and then space.
That's why you had the whole band. Yeah,
Like, if people say they hate disco, that means that they hate R&B and they hate funk, because
Right.
the good disco anyway, it's just like any genres. Any genre is going to have really great songs and artists and really crappy ones. But the great disco artists, man, those were amazing musicians, amazing feel, great parts, and were, inspired by some of the music that came before them, R&B and funk and soul. But people don't immediately think, oh, disco is so soulful and funky. It's sure on the surface it doesn't seem like that, but when you listen, you're like, oh man, that's really funky guitar,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite recent interviews that have come out, was Dave Grohl saying how much he stole the original Nirvana drum beats from the music that he listened to growing up.
From the Gap Band.
From the Gap Band, right? Yeah,
I've seen that.
So good.
And and when he demonstrated, it's the same thing. When he goes blattin, blattin, it's like, oh my God, that is totally it.
And then you hear that song in your head and you're like, oh, Nirvana, Gap Band. Oh my God, what the hell's happening? My world's gone completely backwards.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude, we have so much more we could be talking about. Listen, we got to get rolling. I know. We're working towards it. Oh, that guy.
It's been great, you guys. I appreciate being here. You guys are awesome.
No, this is great. And listen, we got to get you back on the show. We can even go into more. We're going to get it. We're going to bring you back. We'll do maybe some more clips or something. Maybe we can do a little live.
Actually, you know what? I might task John to do a breakdown of a Bill McClintock mashup.
Oh, have you seen any of those yet?
Not by name. I don't know. I might have.
Oh,
Okay, so,
he is amazing.
One that hit was he did. I heard it through the grapevine, but with the backing music of Rats Round and Round.
Yeah.
Is this the There I Ruined It guy?
No. Different guy. He just does straight up mashups. He did a Spice Girls Slipknot mashup. That's amazing.
Which is, dude, it's genius. It's pure.
I'll send you some of the links and what he does and how he marries these songs together.
Which shout out to Bill McClintock.
He's a great school music teacher.
That's his job. He does this just every now and then. He just throws something out there,
and it's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it is so crazy good. All right, so we are down to the end of the show here, and we've got what we like to call random questions of insanity. It's just a fun little game we like to play with everyone. There's no real wrong answer, except maybe one or two, but we won't hold that against you if you get them wrong. But anyway, so we have a couple base questions that we like to ask you. Would you like to play? Well, too bad you're going to play. The first one is, which I think both these will work for him.
I think they will.
What is the best James Bond film, sir?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
One of the ones with Roger Moore, I think. Which one was the one with the? Oh, Live and Let Die.
Oh, yeah. All right. No, very good. Sub question to that: who is the best James Bond?
Ooh, I'd go with Sean Connery.
Yeah. Okay. That's also actually correct, but
that's the right answer.
Roger Moore would be a close second, but yeah. All right, now you have a magic kitchen, a magic refrigerator, or a magic restaurant that you go into. You can have any kind of sandwich made any way you want. What all's on it?
Ooh. That totally depends on what kind of mood you're in.
Yeah.
This is true. but nonetheless,
Well, probably. Are we talking like subs or anything?
it's a sandwich.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, hamburgers are sandwiches technically. So,
Well, hamburgers are good. I'd go with the hamburger. I'd go with a cheeseburger. Sure.
what, a double?
Yes, double.
Double with cheese.
on it?
For people that don't know what a double is, you should
Yeah,
explain it.
It's In-N-Out Burger. It's like some of the best fast food you can ever get.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. We know it's true. But no, I mean, like, what is your favorite sandwich? Like, I mean, okay, you're in the mood to go chill and just have a sandwich and maybe watch a football game, or one of the best bands in the world, the Police, on their tour or something.
Usually for me, it's about how quick can I make something to eat, right? Like I
Sure.
think I'm a typical dude.
Yeah.
Unless I'm making dinner for the family or whatever. But I mean, I love like a good toasted sourdough, turkey meat, tomato, lettuce, like a good turkey kind of sub. Sure.
Okay.
Dude, you've now joined the inner circle of
Right.
we're all the three best friends. My wife actually makes homemade sourdough. She's actually doing a cranberry orange right now. Ugh, my house.
But it kind of has to be toasted for me anyway.
Oh,
Right.
oh yeah, just a little, just to
Yeah.
get that little crunch, and then everything else is soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So now we've come to the random part of the random questions of insanity, and Andy will kick him off.
Yeah. What was your favorite toy to play with as a child?
Besides the record player?
Besides the record player.
You know what I really loved was those Evil Knievel. It was like the Evil Knievel on the bike, and
Yeah.
you positioned it and you revved it up and you hit the button and it would go flying.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the videos of the guy that like does these insane jumps with the little Evil Knievel toy?
I've seen, yeah, right.
Oh my gosh, he like jumps actual car and stuff, or through the car window,
And so what's interesting about your question is the answer is going to tell you pretty much how old the person is, right?
Right. No, 100%. Yeah.
Because if it's like a boomer, they'll be like, well, I had this like G.I. Joe, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Nope.
Cobra Commander. Yeah. No, there was no Cobra Commander with the real G.I. Joe, so shut up. All right. Ice cream, cake, or pie?
Ooh, ice. It has to be ice cream and cake. Can I have both?
Yes. You can.
How about an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, see, now we're instant best friends. All right, Andy.
Okay, so you have a time machine, and you can go back and watch any studio session. What do you watch?
Ooh. I would say I'd love to be a fly in the wall in one of the Beatles' later sessions. Back when they were still kind of playing together too. Like
Sure.
something off of Revolver or something.
Yeah.
Like like Tomorrow Never Knows. Like I'd love to be a fly on the wall in that particular song session.
Yeah, just before they started getting real weird and separatist and all.
Well, they
that.
were already pretty. Yeah, they were.
right about then they were pretty tweaky. So, Mel, excellent answer. Yeah, I get it. Let's see. Where's what's the best way to travel?
I like riding a bike. Believe it or not.
Okay.
Really? Yeah, I like
A
that.
bicycle, not a motorcycle.
Yeah. No, yeah. Just a nice little street cruiser and
Yeah.
go hanging around. All right, nice. Andy.
What is that one song that comes up on your playlist that you just need to stop and sing along with it?
I have to stop.
Yeah, like you stop everything you're doing and sing along.
Oh, there's so many. I don't know.
Any down to 405, 50 miles
Okay,
an hour.
all right, well, how about-
on the brakes?
How about this question then? What's the one song on your playlist that would come on a road trip that I wouldn't expect to hear from you?
Oh, that's a little easier. I would say something from the first the Red House Painters roller coaster record.
Okay.
All
right.
Red House Painters was a San Francisco band, and they kind of did these the album with the roller coaster. That's how people know, but it's really beautiful, like music. It's very acoustic, but it's very
Yeah.
psychedelic at the same
I was
time.
gonna say it's kind of ethereal. It's
Right.
very,
It's a bit ethereal too. Yeah.
Yeah.
when I worked at a college radio station in San Jose, KSJS, they had that, and I'm not sure what I can't tell you what song it was unless I heard it, but I'd be like, what in the hell? What? I mean, I know we're an alternative station, but good Lord, this is trippy.
Yeah,
Right.
and they're very slow. There's a song called Katie's Song, which I heard on like KCRW back in the Young Dubliners days, driving home from like a rehearsal, and this song just came on, and it was just one of those. I need to pull over and make sure that I get the right, find out who this is, because I
Right.
never, it was so interesting.
Yeah.
I thought
Great
maybe you were gonna say pull over and fire up a doob and hang out.
Hey now.
And, hey, trust me, I not like I haven't done it, but all right, okay. This one I got to know. What is the best music genre?
Best music genre, the good kind.
Yeah. There you go. Good answer. Good answer.
Yep. Nope. All right. I'm taking it. All right. Andy.
Yeah. Your night to order pizza for the group. What are we getting?
Oh, here we go.
Ooh, well, let's see. We have a pizza place near us called Brooklyn Pizza, and they make a really good white cheese, like ground sausage and garlic pizza. You would really like that.
Oh,
That
what kind of
sounds
crust?
amazing.
Yeah, not the red sauce. It's like it's
Right.
basically like they do a garlic chicken pizza, right?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
it's not red sauce.
Yeah.
But my wife had the brilliant idea. It's like maybe we should get it, with ground sausage. And ever since then, like I think we're the only people
Dude.
that call in that particular pizza.
Like,
Nice.
oh, thematics freaks
Yeah.
again. Yeah. Oh, what now? Thin or thick crust?
I prefer thin.
Yes. Dude, we're gonna have to hang out and party. All right. Okay. Well, Andy asked the pizza question, so I've got to ask the most important question you're going to answer today. You have a chance to save the world. Who do you choose, John? Iron Man or Batman?
I don't know, man. I think Batman would be a lot more interesting to hang out with.
Good answer.
I'm sorry. He
I'm
was
sorry,
he
that
was
would be
not he
the
was
wrong
nodding
answer.
his head, but I kind of prefer dark and mysterious rather than pretentious,
Yeah.
No, that is a very good answer for Andy, but and that's the only person that matters at this point. So, all right, Andy, one more.
Yeah. What was the one lesson that you learned from having kids?
Ooh.
I can answer that one.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I can tell you is when my son was born, we in the delivery room, literally the second that I was holding him, it became immediately clear to me what was important in my life. Like,
Right.
it immediately told me that all this stuff over here that maybe I thought about and stressed out over, like that's not really the important stuff. This stuff is the important thing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, in a general sense, I think that it just made more clear what was the important stuff and the right stuff. Does that make
Right.
sense?
No,
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you do. That was a beautiful answer. That that hits. All right. Well, yeah, screw it. I'm done.
Yeah.
That was the best way to end that question right there.
You
Ladies and gentlemen.
needed the sample of the glass breaking for that.
That's right. No,
You can add that in post.
We will. We will. Yep.
I just got the Wilhelm scream, so I just usually hit that. But ladies and gentlemen, okay, Jon Mattox, you can find him on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and he's also got his school site under the same thing, creating music and sound. The master of. That's right. It's Jon Mattox. Find him where you can and enjoy what he's done. Listen, man, we'd love to have you back.
Yeah.
please don't make me beg you much longer. But thank you. Thank you, my friend, for being here, and we appreciate you. All right, here we go. And let's say goodbye to John. And now we're doing away with the captions. And we're going back to, yeah, here we are.
Right.
All right.
We're-
So, Andy,
It's time to end the show.
it's let's all go to the lobby. Hey, let's all go to the. Don't we have that? Yeah, we do.
We used to.
Yeah, we do.
Maybe we do. Hold on, wait.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
It's like, no, we really don't have to. Oh my gosh, I
know we could have easily been a 4-hour show.
I know, and our consultants are going to be like, an hour.
Yeah.
No, we ain't gonna be able to do an hour. But hey, dude, he's such a great guy, and I just love hearing his talk and the way he explains stuff.
Yeah.
Seriously. All right. So again, thank you all for being with us. Next week,
Jerry, thanks so much for being in the chat today.
Yeah. Oh, Sherry, way to carry us through.
Yeah.
By the way. Yeah. You were the main source, and Bob Smiley is a huge Batman fan, by the way.
Yeah.
Him and Andy,
Her best comment was, "This is utterly interesting." After all the cows.
She just couldn't leave the cows and the cowbells alone at all.
That was gold.
Well played, Sherry. We'll give you that. Yes. All right. A round of studio applause for Sherry. Now next week, what do we got going on? Where are we at? What are we doing? Who are we doing? And
I forgot to put the slate in. Naturally.
We've already had Bob on twice, but I'm working on trying to get him back. So yeah, keep paying attention and subscribe to the show, and you'll or follow. It doesn't cost you anything. Just follow us along, and we'll have him in here back soon. We forgot who we got next.
I can't believe I completely. It's not. Who is it? Oh, Heather Hardy.
Oh, that's right.
Heather Hardy next week.
Yes,
I had it ready.
You did?
I just forgot to put it in.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Yeah, Heather Hardy. She actually has a webpage, and it's called the Lake House Lady. And what she does is she renovates lake houses, and then it's just really, if you like fix it upper things and stuff like that. What's the Magnolia people that nobody really likes anymore?
Right. Right. But no, yeah, any home fix it.
Yeah. And she does just these great, oh my gosh, beautiful houses. They're all by lakes. It's really super cool. We're going to have her on with us next week. Very excited to do that. And speaking of excited, we've got a few exciting things coming up, and don't forget we have our Christmas show not too long from now. So y'all want to be a part of that? We're gonna have a few hopeful special surprises for all of you. So in the meantime, we're gonna be taking off. It is the weekend. We appreciate y'all for being with us. For everyone here at the Random Kristian Show, that gentleman right there, Andrew, and myself, thank you so much for being a part of it. God bless you all. Be good to each other, kids. We're all we got out there, so let's take care of each other. All right? We'll see y'all next week with Heather Hardy. In the meantime, peace. We be out. I thought you were hitting the button.
You need me to do it?
I thought you were.
Oh!